Whew. Yeah, we're on the internet.
Hi, everybody,
to everyone on the internet.
Not bad. Not bad. Going into performance mode. Ooh, you know what? I actually, this is just coming up in my thing now. 3 months ago, Shyest Barbarian. I guess it's supposed to be Shyest Barbarian, but that's not what it looks like to me because I want to make it sound cool. Anyway, Shyest Barbarian followed us 3 months ago. Thanks for that, Shyest Barbarian.
If you're still here.
If you're even still listening to us. You believe they are? You know who it is?
I know who they are. So I think they're still listening to us.
Well, thanks, Shy.
I mean, even if they were, they wouldn't speak up. They're so shy.
Yeah, we were. How could we know? Okay. All right. Okay. So, last episode. So, the beginning of last episode started off as everyone was converging behind the hotel in the gardens. Lucien and Rose stayed back to have a short conversation about what Rose saw when they were imprisoned in the, I don't know, basically the SWAT vehicle. She saw some resonant ethereal echo, and they had a little bit of a conversation about that and the dynamics of what it was and what it meant. They weren't really able to come up with a lot of information about it yet, though. Lucien has an idea. It could be something to do with the time he spent in the ethereal. While they were having that conversation, Kovanen and Zazie went ahead of the other two into the hotel, and they conversed a bit about the older gentleman that was warning Zazie to be wary of Gatera. During that conversation, they kind of glazed over a couple pieces of information, one of which stuck out to Kovanen, and it was about a tooth that was missing from Gatera during the time that Zazie had seen her in this weird, creepy little library. He was able to deduce, I don't know, realize that fact that that tooth that was missing is in the identical location of the tooth that Osric was missing, and was insightful enough to actually put two and two together to realize that there's some kind of hidden meaning there. The party got back to the, almost said the Monts. They got back into their room in the Deliarander wing of the hotel. They spent some time resting and taking care of their own business before they went to the funeral. Gromish, one of the priests of the Gatekeeper Order, delivered the last rites and said a few words, and they set him on fire. When they arrived, though, they did notice that in one of the elevated sections of one of the other areas of the cemetery that Osric was looking down at them. They made eye contact. He peaced out. Rose had a long conversation with him, with Gromish, about things in regards to being a gatekeeper, some information that they shared, and certain parts of, I guess, Grimvor's history. And it came known to her somehow, I guess through the conversation, that it appears that Gromish knew Grimvor somehow, not really sure how, but with a little bit of intuition decided not to press. While this was going on, the party was talking to the people around them, and Kovanen took a moment to try to reach out to Gatera, which was not fruitful. She left, and he was able to take a little bit of time to talk to Rebecca, who was ever the busy bee, gathering information and making connections. She was doing some work, some freelance things for the Sharn Inquisitive, and had some information to share with the party, but was very cryptic about it and made it clear that she didn't want to talk about it in front of everyone. Lucien shared a bit of information with the rest of the party that at that time became relevant as well, where he has a cousin by the name of Erica that, he gave them shed a little bit of light on the details of the conversation he had with Osric, and basically told them that her opinions of certain groups of people is not acceptable in, you could say it's not politically correct. So the party discussed a little bit more, and maybe you guys could fill in anything that I left out. Anybody have anything to cap off the end of the episode?
It ended with, I think, Lucian and Rose and like Zamra and the baby actually going off and getting into the sky coach and going to Erica's, and Kovanen and Zazie are still at the hotel because next day they're going to go talk to the old guy.
Oh, one last detail. Felt was there for a short period of time before he had to leave. He let the party know that they are invited to a reading of the will for Grimvor, and that there will be some other people in attendance there that were at the funeral that you guys didn't have the opportunity to talk to. So, I guess we can pick up with the party. One group, the other group. Let's get a initiative roll real quick to see where we start this.
Is initiative tracker clear?
It's clear on my screen. You may
It's
roll.
clear on mine.
I have a feeling we know who's going first.
Oh my god, is that a 31?
There's a 24.
Okay, there's a 24. I'm sorry. So as they started
6.
propagating, some other ones are popping up now. So 24. Looks like Kovanen, you're gonna go first with your little expedition with Zazie. So, how do you guys return back to the hotel or wherever it is that you're going at this time?
Well, we are at the hotel currently. It is evening, so well, you're in the hotel. So Zazie,
Yes. Yes.
when did this mysterious old gentleman say we should go visit? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
One more
Yeah.
day? All right. Well, I guess we'll wait.
I mean, I don't know what else we would do. Do you have anything in mind that you wanted to do?
Nothing comes to mind. There. I'm going to.
Then-
I don't know. Go waste some
We should-
time, I guess.
We should probably both get some rest.
Probably. What time do you want to leave tomorrow?
Early in the morning, ideally. I don't know how long it will take. So the more time we have, the better.
Fair enough.
I will try my best to wake up as early as I can. But there is no guarantee that it will work. You might have to come and wake me up.
Or no, you might have to come wake me up. I'll do what I can, but I have no guarantees I will wake up as early as you want.
Don't you need less sleep? Like, less trance? Whatever elves do?
Well, not really. In health.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know. So no, that's not quite the case. Now,
Oh, okay, then. At what point did you stop trancing? Because I mean, I might be like crossing the line asking, but obviously you've changed physically. Is it like a, finger snap and you're suddenly
I was in the
new
Dreamlands for a
Kovanen,
very
or
long time, Sazi. It was not.
gradual?
Nothing was instant. Yes.
Okay. That makes more sense.
I would say closer to the end of the time in the Dreamlands, it still feels weird to sleep for so many hours.
Mm.
But it feels normal enough. It's like my trances would get, longer and longer, and I couldn't just sit there. I would wake up and I had fallen over like the rest of everyone else does. So,
Well-
yes, gradual.
I'll wake you up if you need me to, and you'll wake me up if I need you to. Okay, let's just leave it at that and go to bed.
Right. Well, I'm going to go to the room and try to paint something before I put myself to sleep, I guess.
Good night, Karan.
Right.
And she goes to her room and she lays down to sleep.
Juanin goes to his room to put some paint on the canvas, start the background for something, just to go through the motions again, and then also lay down to sleep.
All right, Lucen, what you doing?
Well, I went out there and man, I tell you what.
I'll tell you,
all right,
I'll
so
tell you what, Lucen.
all right.
Sorry, white people.
All right, so I after our talk from the last episode, given we have roughly about an hour before we head out to the Skyway, I head down to the airship and go to my sleeping quarters, where I open up an armoire, and inside is a teddy bear that I've had since I was but a wee little baby. And just kind of stand there for a little while, just holding it in my hand, looking at it and thinking of all the times that Erica tried to take it from me, and I would cry as loudly as possible. And then, and think about the fact that I now have to give it to her willingly before heading back upstairs.
Okay.
Upon my arrival upstairs,
Rose, what are you up to?
oh, there we go.
Yeah. Rose just checking her go pack, making sure it's good to go for an overnight away, making sure like she has what she needs, including a couple of extra shirts that she's managed to find somehow. Other than that, she's quiet. I'm just thinking about a lot of what's been going on the last 48 hours at this point. Less than. It's been 24. No. 24 to 48. Timeline's fuzzy for the player. But I mean, just thinking about all of that as she packs. She's pretty much ready to go by the time Lacey gets back from the airship. So, if need be, she'll help Zamra get Edithul or her own bag together. So, she'll be with those two.
Okay. All right. So I think Are you guys going to see Erica tonight? Is that what the plan is?
Yeah, we were leaving in an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Erica is in the Skyway. which, as you guys know, is the island that is essentially floating on a arcane constructed cloud that is, about a mile above sea level, at the tippy top of Sharn. So I'm pretty sure that you guys organized some method of travel to get there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you spoke
You're
with
wrong.
Chip, and he
No.
was going to take care of that for you guys?
Nope.
Okay, it was Zamra.
Oh,
Nope.
nope.
All right, who was
We
it?
spoke. We spoke to the assistant of Erica.
Oh, that's right. You guys called her.
Harold.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, look, I'm getting married in like 2 weeks. There's a lot of shit going through my head right now.
We know. We're still gonna fuck with you though.
And only half of it is marriage.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. No, it's all that. It's all that. Okay.
She doesn't watch the show. You can tell us the truth.
No, it is all that. Okay. All right. So you talk to that guy. He's got you somebody coming down to pick you up. You guys are ready to rock, I guess. Now, Rose, didn't you say something like you're going to dress like a bodyguard or something like that?
She's going to kind of put aside her like gatekeeper tabard for the time being and just be in her pretty mithril splint and standard black trousers and gambesson
Okay.
shirt.
So like mercenary-esque
Heavy.
almost.
Yeah.
Okay, but very expensive mercenary wearing mithril. Okay. All right. So I think we can forego the travel, and so you guys make your way to the Skyway, passing through some banks of clouds as you are on your way ascending to the next layer. None of you, well, Rose, you haven't been here. Lucian, I guess you've probably been here a couple times because it's your family's freaking manor. So you pass by what looks like, almost like for us, what would be skyscrapers. The structures are all brand new. As you have kind of worked your way from, at this point, the very bottom of Sharn, from when you were at Cliffside, all the way up now to the Skyway, you can see that each layer is collectively newer, and the artistic style that the architecture, is kind of evolving and becoming more, well, it's actually less articulate, but more fine and almost like modern. So you make your way to what appears to be a modern day penthouse skyscraper dock. So not really modern day, but you're able to see inside of the building, which is multiple like layers of, I don't even know how to describe it. I guess it's almost like a house or housing inside of it. There are gardens and different outbuildings and things like that outside of the main chamber, which is a large structure with a staircase leading up to it. You guys park. You walk through the main entrance, which is a large glass door that opens by arcane means as you approach it.
It's an automatic door. All right.
There's one of those conveyor belts, like at the airport. Airport. Just kidding. There's not one of those.
All right. So, I mean, I lead the charge.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
as you
it's-
guys, I'll interrupt you one last time and I'll be done. I'm sorry. As you guys enter these gardens, Lucian, you are, I guess, overwhelmed with the sense of familiar smells and nostalgia. All of the plants, the atmosphere, the temperature, even the lighting that is coming from different arcane light sources that are on the ceiling. reminds you of being in Zendrick.
Oh. Wow. It feels like home.
Riveting dialogue.
I'm pretty sure you don't want my dog in the background.
Okay.
So, what was home like for you?
Um, it was very how do I put this lightly? It was interesting. You know, dangers around every corner, but you know, we made do. Luckily, we had our help to get where we got, if you will, and then you know, there were how do the humans put it nowadays? There were haters as well.
And I can imagine the last one, but not that much different from March's.
Yes, of course.
You traveled like 20 feet outside of the village, and the plants would try to eat you sometimes.
Carnivorous plants. Interesting.
I know things are different now, but were the three of y'all close when y'all were younger?
I mean, as close as can be expected, you know, amongst children, you know. There is something that our grandfather used to say. That he was the nicest of the family. He would tell us that no child is born with hate. That is a trait that is learned later in life. And unfortunately, my cousins were, let's say, were driven along that path as they got older.
Sorry to hear that last bit. Sounds like your grandfather knew what he was talking about, though.
Yes, I mean, yes, we were close. I mean, it was one of those things of, you know, if someone else messed with me or Lyle, Erica would step in. She is, of course, the oldest. I am an only child, but a middle child, if you will, of the cousins. Lyle being the youngest. And yes, she would defend us, but it was more along along the lines of, you know, you can't bully them because that's my job type of thing.
It sounds familiar.
Yes.
Glad you got to know your grandfather, though.
Yes, he was a good man.
So as you guys are making your way through this marshy jungle, you see the path start to become more distinguished. An area that was kind of a rough, beaten, rocky path is now becoming a more like pavers and stones. And as you continue to walk and get closer to the stairwell, you can see the building that's in front of you it looks, interestingly enough, it almost looks like a Zendrick style ziggurat. It's like 4 layers tall, but it is done in a more modern style, whereas the ones in Zendrick, are thousands of years old, rough-hewn, and made from massive, monolithic stones. This one is more in the modern style, the elegant, like metal and almost concrete finish on the outside, devoid of any sort of embellishment or art. As you approach the top of the staircase, there's a gentleman wearing a suit, almost like a tuxedo. There are some Zendrick-style embellishments. Something that appears almost like a cummerbund, but is like a wrap around his waist with a fringe, which clearly has some of the markings from the Cathalis house.
Okay.
How, like, Rose doesn't have the specific feat that would get her the clearer answer, but how well does this doorkeep guard look like he'd keep up with her in, like, a training session?
Roll perception.
Like, she's gonna check out the security. Perception. It's a 4.
As
Swear to God,
you,
I'm gonna eat these dice.
as you walk closer, you can see he's a guy. He's a he's a Zendrick native for sure. He has great posture.
You feel like you can beat him.
I'm not going to test that theory, though.
One of his hands is behind his back. As you approach, he stands and he holds it in front of him, putting down what looks like a cane. It's dark wood, polished, with a some sort of ornately carved head that he wraps his hand around and leans into it.
Rose is going to nod politely and follow Lucian's lead.
Good evening.
He just nods. As I type into the group chat, what accent did this guy have? Good evening.
Well, we're all here.
And it's a pleasure to have you back, Master Lucian.
The pleasure is all mine.
He nods. I see you have brought protection. You know that is not necessary here.
Oh, you... yes, of course. This is my... this is also my wife, Zamra, and my child, Irithul. As you know, named for my grandfather.
He reaches out to Zamra, holds his hand out. She places her hand in his hand. He nods over it. He looks at your child. The spitting image of his father. You should be very proud, Lucian.
Yes, I am indeed. He's one of my many pride and joys. But first on the list, of course.
Will the muscle be joining you inside?
Yes, of course. This is my friend Rose.
Pleasure to meet you, Rose.
Rose. Pleasure's on mine. polite bow kind of situation. She's not putting on the charm, but she is definitely mindful of her actions and words.
He clearly gives you a gracious bow, and he looks back at Lucian. Lucian, you look at him, you see him make eye contact with you for a moment, and he just like looks at the ground and gives the barest shake of his head.
All right.
Let me make my. I will make introductions for you. Please, let me get her. Wait in the grand vestibule for a moment, please, Lucian. Just one moment.
Of course.
You could join me, actually, if you don't mind.
All right. May I at least escort my friend and family to the grand vestibule
Yes, indeed.
before following you?
Yes, we can leave them at the staircase. There are just a couple of things we need to speak about.
Of course.
So you guys make your way into the this massive entry room. The walls are just bare, except for there's art lining the walls. There are a few like pieces of decorative statuary randomly in the room. There is a pond in the room with water slowly trickling into it, and you can see something rippling in it beneath the surface. At the far end of the room, there's a staircase, and that is where he will gesture to Zamra and Rose to wait. And he will raise a hand to the staircase to Lucian, bow for a moment. Please.
Okay. I'll just kind of look at Rose and nod my head, and then go over to Zamra, give her a kiss, and then kiss Edithul on his forehead, and then walk up the stairs. Also, DM, can you check your private messages?
Oh, I sure can. Sorry, guys, I have a little bit of lag today.
Mental or internet?
A little bit of both.
All right. Let us continue. So, Steve, Lucian walks up the steps, or you walk up the steps, Lucian, and it's like polished stone. Once again, very austere. It's like you're in a mall. You're like in a 1990s mall right now, walking up a polished stone staircase, probably granite.
Okay.
The butler is slowly following behind you. Her executive assistant, not her butler. Let's get it straight. You make your way up to the top of the staircase. There is a small balcony there that is backed by a wall of panes of glass. Through the wall, you can see what looks like multiple offices where there are people busy at work.
Okay.
He walks up to the door. The panes of glass separate as he walks towards them, with a bit of arcane energy emanating from them as they open. And he gestures for you to enter, following the carpet towards the back of the room.
Yes, I enter.
You hear voices and the sound of communication crystals, pens on paper, just the sound of industrious people getting shit done.
I look around, thoroughly impressed by all the hard work, even at this late hour.
All right. So you keep walking to the office in the back. There is at the back of the room, there are two large wooden, ornately carved doors. One of the only things that you've seen so far that is actually adorned with any level of decoration. You know that this is the boardroom.
Okay. Is she in there or?
You don't know. I mean, you know that the president's office is in the back corner of the boardroom with you would have to travel through the boardroom to get to the office. So you could do that if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You open the door. There is a large, long table surrounded by chairs. Everything kind of fits this wooden theme. The floor is in some sort of like polished bamboo. The back windows are once again at the back of the building overlooking Sharn from the skyway. And you are fucking high up in the air, just looking out over towers and then just the black abyss of wilderness. It's nighttime now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see some small fires and lights and things like that below you, but in general, it's pretty dark. At the back left-hand side of the room is another wall of glass, and you can see a table with a large, like plush, stuffed chair made out of some sort of exotic leather. And then there's a desk, and Erica seems to be sitting at the desk working on some sort of ledger.
Okay. I will, is the door to her office open?
It appears to be another one of those new installations that you're not familiar with, of the glass that slides when you approach the appropriate pane.
Oh, okay. So I will walk
Roll intelligence.
towards it.
Okay,
Damn.
so you stroll up to the door, looking all Lucian, sophisticated and confident, and you walk up to the pane of glass you think that's supposed to open, and you stop in front of it. Nothing happens. You walk a little bit to the left. Nothing happens. You walk a little bit to the left again. Nothing happens. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Erica is looking at you, and then she walks up to the pane in the center of the room, and it opens. Hello there, Lucy. You want to come inside? Talk for a little bit.
All right. Whatever happened to doors?
Well, we've got a new design here. You can see it's much more sophisticated than what we were working with before, so it's not really, Anyway, have a seat over there. Please.
All right.
On the couch.
Of course. Before walking over to the couch, I will walk over to the mini bar, which every CEO's office always has in every movie ever, and pour myself a glass of brandy, and then go and sit down.
So could I ask, Lucy, what brings you here today? I wasn't expecting to speak with you. I get some news about your friend, and that was very disappointing. But I think you should probably be mourning right now, don't you think?
Yes, of course. Well, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't the closest to him, so yes, of course, I mourn his absence, but you know, there is still work to be done. Listen, Erica, I'm here because there is urgent things that need to happen, and unfortunately, you have been brought into the fold in order for these things to work.
So, I feel like you're talking to me a bit here proper, you know, calling me Eric and everything. Don't you think that's a bit formal? I feel like I don't know, maybe you feel like you're getting a little bit too good for me. Tightening up those lawyer enders and making your way all around the social circles. Man, I'm fucking it up.
All right. Rika. I need your help
Oh,
with
that's much
something.
better. Alright, Lucy. How about you talk to me straight up? Tell me what's going on. And, I'll see if I can help you. But, I don't think, I don't know. I don't think you're here for the right reasons. One of my friends, was recently arrested, for a murder that, he did not commit. And, my friends and I are working to prove his innocence. We have spoken to Police Chief Osric about these matters. However, unfortunately, there are still the matters of evidence that we still have yet to acquire. However, he did say that upon a meeting with you, he will push back my friend's execution date to allow us more time to collect the evidence that we need to prove his innocence. And to possibly persuade you to either meet with him or, at the very least, give me a letter of denial. I am willing to part with this. And I hold up the teddy bear. All right. Well, that's it's a bit of a gesture, you know. You think you're bringing the teddy bear in here and all, but why would I want that now? That's like 20 years ago. Maybe even longer than that. What makes you think that I want some old teddy bear?
Much longer. Well, your assistant talked me into bringing you a gift. Specifically something personal. This was the first thing that I thought of.
Well, at least I know it's you, so that, I mean, it's something. Can never tell these days. Who's who, you know what I mean?
Yes, of course.
Alright, Lucian, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I can't say what the right things to do here. What's Osric want? What's he want to talk about?
He wouldn't tell me. All he said was that he wanted an audience with you. And that was it.
Well, I don't think that's in the best interest for me to go talk to some guy, works for the Shan, police and all, and have a conversation with him if I don't even know what he wants to talk to me about, or even what he's thinking. You know what I mean? Sounds kind of sketchy.
Of course. Well, he is a rather sketchy guy.
Right? Lucian, I'm gonna level with you here. You never really liked me. You never liked me, and you never liked, Lyle, and you always thought you were too good for us. So, now you're here, you're walking in what is my door now, and you're asking me for favors to go talk to some sketchy guy working in the Sean Watch, and I don't know. I don't know what's in it for me, and I honestly think that you're in a bad predicament.
I mean, if we're gonna point fingers, Rika, I think it was you and Lyle who kind of pushed me away. You both, through the years, made my life a living hell.
I mean, Lucy,
when we,
I don't mean to interrupt you, but you're the son of, well, the most powerful man in all of Zindrick, and you think that you're the one getting pushed around? It was only because your dad even gave us these positions that we're even allowed to do any of this. And half the time, you and Carlisle were fucking around, and you were off playing grab ass some down there in Zalargo. And, Carlisle was, I had to take care of him, and I had to take care of your business that came to me half the time. Wasn't even, crossing your I's and dotting your T's, and you were just expecting me to take care of all the paperwork. I mean, granted, you did a great job at lining everything up, but there was a lot of extra, red tape to take care of that you didn't take care of.
didn't take care of. I may have been playing, as you say, grab ass, but at least I was doing the work. What can you say about your brother?
Well,
Oh, by the way, he's dead.
I know. Well, that's a different story. We'll come back to that later. But you, why? I don't know what Carlisle was doing. He was always making problems for me, and I had to take care of it. And you were nowhere, anywhere around to help. And you got all the accolades. And your father, he always appreciated you. I know you didn't always have the best relationship, but you were always number one. And now that you bring it up, I think I'm a bit jealous. I was a bit jealous at the time, but now I'm the one running everything, and you're here on my doorstep, and you want me to do something for you, and I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think you're invested in this anymore. You have your own family, and I think it's time for you to go. Leave the teddy bear. You're right, I do want it.
I put the teddy bear on the couch next to me, and stand up, chug the entire brandy, which hasn't been touched since I poured it, and put it down on the mini bar. And then start to walk out, and then like turn around, and say, if I didn't think that this meeting would go well. To be honest, I knew there were going to be some complaints that were had. But just remember, there is an innocent man sitting in jail, getting ready to be executed for something he did not do. I mean, if our differences could be put aside for for just a moment, I'm sure you're not that filled with hate that you would allow something like that to happen. But if it at all means anything to you, your cousin-in-law and my son are downstairs, and as much as I can't believe I'm going to say this, they are very much excited to meet you. So, I guess the ball is in your court.
She's kind of staring at you.
And
Roll persuasion. And I'm going to give you
that's
advantage here.
perception. Cool. $20. Dirty. The dirtiest of 20s.
All right, we're going to go to Rose real quick.
All right.
So you're sitting in this lobby,
Jeez.
the grand vestibule. It's really just a fucking lobby. It's a very big lobby.
Mhm.
You look to your right. There's a couple of pieces of statuary, some pictures on the wall. You look to your left. There are more pictures going around the walls that aren't covered with glass. That is the back 3 walls.
Mhm.
And some more statuary with a large, what I would describe as a koi pond. Zamra is just kind of sitting there playing with the baby, standing, looking around. The executive assistant makes his way back down the stairs. They will be just a moment. Please be patient. There's a lot for the two of them to cover.
Rose just nods. She's very blanded and passive at the moment. Just kind of not relaxed, but not obviously on edge. But she's making sure she stays out of the way if necessary. She is curious about the art on the walls. Is there anything that stands out in particular?
There's a couple of paintings. You can go and look at them if you like.
Yeah, she'll kind of casually investigate. Like, it's meant to be displayed, so she's going to go admire the display, so to speak.
Okay.
And so,
So there are there are 8 paintings adorning the walls, and they, as you approach the first one, do you go left or do you go right?
I go left.
Okay. It looks like a small stream with a bridge going across it. And there are what looks like wagon tracks or something like that going towards the bridge, and there are I guess it looks like some sort of brush and trees. It looks similar to the to outside. And as you look around, you can kind of see that all the pictures seem to be like wildlife scenes. Not wildlife, but landscapes.
If the assistant is watching her, she's going to catch his eye contact if she can. But if not, she's not going to worry about it.
He's watching you guys.
Sure. All these paintings. I'm guessing they're all from Zalargo? Or Zalargo?
Yes, those are the Cathalis family collection. They are all from different locations on the estate. In Zendrick.
Impressive estate.
Not Zalargo.
In Zendrick. My bad. My apologies.
Yes. Master Lucian's properties in Zalargo are his own.
Still good attention to detail on these.
Yes. They were done by his mother. May she rest in peace.
Rose kind of wants to ask, and you kind of see that flicker across her face for a second, but she thinks better of it. She'll ask Lucian, though, at some point. She files that away.
Yeah, so, I mean,
She's
if you
very
peruse
talented.
them, you'll see the first one is the bridge. The next one is a small glade with some trees. The next one is a mountain range with what looks like almost like a river flats going between like a forest that's split by a river with mountains in the background. The fourth one is a large cityscape on the edge of what appears to be an ocean built onto the side of a mountain, and the city just is kind of sprawling. The third one is another stream. I'm sorry, the fifth one is another stream. The sixth one is what looks like lotuses growing on top of a lake. The seventh one is the edge of water and what looks like a closer shot of that city that's in the top one. And then the final one is a large yellow painted adobe building with flowers growing out around it, and it has some sort of mill in the water. And then at the base of it looks like maybe some sort of like gardens and like a seating area and some umbrellas at the base of the building on the water. The little pond in the middle looks kind of like the painting with the lotuses, with some sort of something darting below under the surface.
Rose is gonna wander from that painting to the edge of the actual quote-unquote koi pond and just kind of watch the waters for a minute.
Roll perception.
2. She's not touching it, for the record, before that even gets resolved. She knows better than to touch a koi
What is wrong
pond.
with your dice?
I don't know. Do you want me to roll an actual die?
This
Because
is
I
the
have
best. No, you rolled a 2. This is the best time rolling. You see like an orange gold scale, like cylinder of scales moving below the surface. All right, Lucian, we're gonna go back to you as we
All right.
as we wrap up the first half of the show.
Cool.
Cool, man, cool. So I do want you to roll history for me real quick.
You got it. He stood. Damn, 6.
Okay. You don't remember where the door is. You walk to the wrong panel as you're making your dramatic exit.
I pick up a chair and throw it through it. No, I'm just... I just stand there waving my arms.
She, Right, Lucian.
Yes.
Can you get me a glass of the brandy? Please.
I walk over, pour a glass of brandy, walk over to her, hand her the glass.
Well, I heard about your friend. And, well, you know how I feel about those sort of things. But you're right, I can't just let him die. She takes a big gulp of it. Not sure if you noticed when he came in. He did. He took down all your mother's paintings. I had them all put back up after you left. I always really liked your mom. She was great. Your dad was a piece of shit half the time, but your mom was great. And I just wanted you to know that. So as long as you know, you can get out of here. You can tell your friend. You can talk to my assistant, and maybe I'll talk to him.
All right.
I don't mean to be like this, Lucian. Just you and Lyle always had it easy, and I had to take care of you. And somebody had to make sure everything was right, you know?
Of course.
Anyway.
Rika, listen, I wanted you to understand something, both you and Lyle, honestly. I mean, yes, of course, I always kind of had my differences with him, and you did as well. But I mean, at this point, you know, we're really all we have. You know, once my father is gone, you know, this company is up to us. And let's be honest, you know, the Tzarkans will jump on this opportunity.
You see
if
her
we-
eyes like snap
if
up
we-
when you say that name.
Yeah. if we if we fall apart from the inside.
Well, if for no other reason than that, I can't wait to meet your wife. Because the Lyranders don't fuck around.
Well, like I said, they are right downstairs.
Alright. Well, I'll be down in a couple minutes. Go out the door in the middle.
I appreciate that.
Alright. I'll be down in a
And
couple...
I walk towards. All right. I walk towards the middle door. Give one last look at the teddy bear, and walk out.
As she sees you looking at it, you can see her, like, slowly just pulling it off the desk and then, like, holding it in her lap. All right. I really should have
Yep.
practiced that accent or done a different one before I tried it, but whatever. Fuck it.
The
think it
important
sounded
part
good.
is the consistency. You just
Oh.
committed, and you just sent it.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yep. Yep.
I enjoyed it.
There are a few that I just have nailed down. That's not one of them. Anyway, all right, guys, we're gonna take our halfway break here, and when we come back, we will cover the next day with Zazie and Kovanen, and hopefully we'll have some time.
We
in
had
the
to start
end.
with Lucy and Rose in case there was a huge disaster up top, and they had to come zooming back down to Sharon in like a flaming cab or something with
Hmm hmm
the Cathalis mob family on their heels. So,
hmm
which means we couldn't skip ahead the next day with the other two.
Right. Yeah. No, things have to happen in chronological order. So, all right, cool.
It was like confusing.
See you guys in 10.
Yeah.
All right.
See you in 10.
All right. All right. I know I'm back soon. I don't know if anybody else is there.
I am. I just got done turning over so I can lay on my belly
Belly.
because my back hurts.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Don't make fun of the way I talk.
So, I've been practicing a lot for this new job, doing like practicing stuff for sales. So, and of course the wedding stuff. And this is my preparations for this have fallen by the wayside a little bit. But I'm definitely looking forward to being able to invest a more concentrated effort back into practicing for this and stuff again. I used to like I would have all my scripts written out and then I would read them and then practice them in the accent and stuff like that. And I haven't really, I would usually go off the cuff anyway, but I would always have something prepared. But I've been just kind of going off the cuff with everything for a while now. And, well, I'm looking forward to
You know what I'm glad about?
What's that?
I finally get to read this book. Maybe.
What book is it?
The Pennacotic manuscripts.
Oh, yeah.
Finally get to read the fucking book. Been teasing it so long. I don't know what's in there. But I finally get to read it. Maybe. If the guy's impressed by Kovanen. I think that's how that works. I don't know.
Well, he wanted to meet your friends.
Yeah. I don't know what his like what he was looking for in my friends. Is he looking to make sure they're not corrupted like Katara?
I don't know. You don't know.
If so, then it's probably glad Lucian isn't here to meet him.
Yeah. Well, he's not corrupted by
But-
Katara.
No, he's corrupted by other sources.
Is he corrupted? Or is he just,
Lucian?
he's got like a cool light show, Man, my lisp is super bad tonight. I don't know why.
I mean, you're getting nervous for, that big event.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's coming out in strange ways. Like I'm definitely getting a bit of jitters with everything. I'm starting to like yip. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that term or not, but it's like in sports when what the fuck? Jeez, it's crazy. And I haven't been drinking or anything like that. Like sometimes if you have a little bit too much to drink, you'll get a little bit of lisp, but yeah, I think it's just nerves. Either that or my teeth moved.
Could be both.
Could be both. Could be the fact that I do not remember the entire month leading up to the wedding.
Oof.
I remember doing things.
Yeah. You remember doing things, but you don't remember being present for them happening.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I'm ready to get to the fun part,
The honeymoon.
Nah, like everything that happens after the first dance. I no longer have to perform. It's just, the wedding. Although I'm getting a little excited about the dance, or at least I want to get excited about it.
I have returned.
Welcome
Welcome
back,
back.
buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
So, yeah, I'm having a little bit to drink now. I made myself a rusty screwdriver.
No clue what that
I think
is.
that's what it's called. It's when you make a screwdriver with whiskey instead of vodka. so it's just
I,
orange juice.
okay. Just orange juice and whiskey?
Yep. And ice. I mean, what do you think? I'm a heathen?
I don't fucking know. You're drinking orange juice and whiskey.
It's okay. It's good. I need my vitamin C.
I feel like that's in a country song.
To be fair, orange juice and whiskey is infinitely better than orange juice and straight up Everclear.
Yeah, I mean, why would anybody ever drink that?
Ask me how I. Because the person making said screwdrivers ran out of vodka and thought, oh hey, another clear alcohol.
Well, you
Works
gotta...
just the same in the same amount.
Yeah, you gotta... No. Yeah, you gotta cut it with water.
Did you just say? Did they say, "Oh my God, how"?
No, but no, that's went over to a friend's house to play Vampire. I think
It was vampire.
yeah, it was one of our vampire games,
Yeah.
and he likes making drinks for everybody. So he made screwdrivers that night. Just didn't realize that he was that close to running out of vodka. So when he got to my drink, he used the same amount of
I
Everclear
think
as he would have
that
normal
should be called
vodka.
an ice pick.
It was orange flavored paint thinner.
Yeah, man. I did some-
Ow.
We did
Just
shots
put
of
it in
that
the
one
gas
night,
tank and it ran
and I
straight.
got so
Oh no.
so fucking
Yeah, no,
sick.
don't. And I think it was like the quote unquote good Everclear too, so it was the high proof.
Yeah, great.
Quality.
Not it ain't nothing about Everclear that's high quality. It was just high proof.
I mean, it's high quality for like paint thinner standards.
Yeah, it's way better than drinking pure turpentine.
Or Devil Springs.
What is that?
Never again.
Is that ever
It's
grain alcohol?
pretty much. It's like it's what is it, like 181 or something like that proof?
10 minutes.
Oh, hello.
Welcome back, everybody.
I need to just take a second to get my jitters out before we start again. I'm like getting a
Fucking
lisp.
gross.
Oh yeah, get the like Lucian was making fun of me for having a lisp this time, and it was making it worse. You closed the door. I'm like, you motherfucker. I heard it happen, and I was like, nobody noticed. Nobody noticed that I said close the door.
I notice everything.
No, everybody noticed. It's obvious. I'm lisping super hard. I don't know why. Okay. You guys ready?
Yep.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Take your time.
I am, but that's just on you then.
Alright, give me 2 more minutes.
Go jump up and down. Wave your arms around. Flop your hands.
I mean, maybe go stick your head in the freezer and scream. That works for me.
That too. Weird as
It's
hell
the same
for a
as just
stim, but
screaming. It doesn't insulate anything. It just makes you cold while you scream.
Exactly.
What's the cold arrow?
Yeah. Details.
what you need is to get inside of a chest freezer.
I loved the Walkins when I worked retail.
I didn't. You guys know that I worked at Walmart. The walk-ins were hell. I wasn't strong enough to push a pallet into them,
Alright, I'm ready.
and okay,
No, go ahead.
quiet now. No more. Okay, I wasn't strong enough to push the pallets of stuff into the walk-in freezers with the like the plastic dangly guys. I know on them.
Plastic
Oh, no.
dangly guy.
I don't know what they're called, but like they're plastic and they dangle and you can go through them, and they're there to like keep the cold air in. Anyways, I couldn't push things through them.
Okay. No, don't take this the wrong way. You look like you couldn't even push
the
in.
little plastic flap things.
Yes.
Those?
She's talking
Yes.
about the weather strip of like it's like a door made of plastic strips.
Yes.
The weather
They
curtain.
don't offer resistance though. Are you sure it just wasn't like the
No, they
Pallet being
offered
heavy?
resistance. They would get
Oh.
caught on the pallets, on all the shit that was on it. And that offered resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things that caught on like a nickel. So
Yeah, that's true.
So-
If you were pushing it and it got caught underneath, there was no way you could get it in there without ripping them down. So don't feel bad.
yeah.
Anyway.
we don't have to relive those days.
So, welcome back, guys.
Now Ash builds nukes.
I don't build nukes.
No.
Whatever DM's narrating.
Ash builds nukes.
I don't build nukes.
All right. So, the two of you wake up. It's next morning. I don't know. Your alarm goes off.
Arcane alarm.
Yeah, you know.
Does Saucy have an alarm?
Yeah.
I don't think
your-
she does.
Your arcane alarm goes off when the rest of the crew gets back in at like we're gonna say it's like 4 in the morning, and they all get in. They've been partying or something.
Oh God.
We
Oh,
did
no.
we did go to bed pretty early, like late in the evening, which is pretty early. So.
So, yeah, the arcane alarm might not go off. But anyway, Chip sees them come in because he's, doing this weird thing that he does where he goes out on the balcony like every 4 hours and has to smoke. Doesn't matter what time of day or night it is, he's got to go smoke. You guys come in. The executive assistant is carrying the baby. Lucian is carrying the Zamra. And Rose is carrying the Lucian. You guys make it all in. You guys had a great night. Good things happened. Next morning.
Okay then.
You guys wake up. It's a beautiful morning.
Great.
I'm still confused as to who you are directing this to.
The people that are waking up, they just came in and went to bed. You guys are waking up for the morning.
Okay,
My fault.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
thank you for the clarification. In that case, Ozzy gets up, gets ready, gets all her stuff, and goes out to the common area to wait for Kovanen.
Who probably arrives shortly after.
Okay.
And he's like, well, good morning.
Good morning.
So, how far away? He plops it on the couch. How far away is this place? How far away is this place? Like, how early should we be leaving?
Well, depends on if we want to walk or take a carriage. Sky Coach. Sky Coach, it's like 10 minutes maybe if the traffic cooperates. Walking, it's like 2 hours.
Ugh. I'm sure we can call someone. Get a ride.
I mean, Chip's still here. Is he? Are we allowing him to drive in that state, or no? We should just call a different cab.
All right. That works. Do you know how to do that? I don't think I've done that.
I don't really know, but I could try my best.
Give it a shot.
Okay. Gets up, trudges over to the sending stone. Picks it up. Holds it up to her face. Hello?
Yeah, operator.
Hi, I need to talk to the cab people. The Sky Coach.
Yeah, like, what kind of agency you looking for?
I'm not sure.
Looks like you're coming in here from the, what's it? The Lyranda wing?
Yes.
Yeah, let me, I'll take care of you. What time you guys trying to leave?
Come on in. What time are we trying to leave?
I don't know. This is your thing.
In an hour, I guess. An hour.
An hour? How many members are in your party?
Just 2.
So? Alright. Yeah,
Yes,
I'll get somebody
2.
over there.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
And she slowly puts it back onto the receiver.
There's no receiver.
Then what do I... Is it just a table?
It just rolls around on the floor.
It's a crystal.
Duh.
Then I put it back in the crystal holder.
Okay, fine. There's a crystal holder. You've decided. It happened. It exists.
What else would there be?
It just sits on the table.
How unceremonious.
That's a mage. Anyways, put the crystal on the holder.
It's like a cell phone.
Turn to Kovanen. Well, we've got an hour for breakfast.
Entire hour?
Yes.
Huh. Well, it's time for breakfast, I guess.
Yeah. I
Are
don't
we
know.
going to need anything? What do we need to gather?
I don't think we need anything. If you could, I mean, you could take your painting stuff. I don't know how long we'll be there, and I don't know if I am, reading the book today, I don't know if you'd be, like, allowed to be there while I'm doing that. So, I mean, at least if you took your painting stuff, you'd have something to do, you know?
Well, I don't know. This seems rather important. I don't want to just sit in their temple and paint. No, I'll go without it.
Okay.
Seems, I don't know, respectful.
Okay. And then we go down to breakfast.
Down to breakfast. Timing it so that we're ready in an hour.
Yes.
Okay. A short time after, you get a ring, vibration, whatever you want to call it, from the sending stone. They let you know. You get picked up. You get brought over to the Overlook in Dora. Zazie, at this point, you're able to make your way to the temple with little problem. Give me a couple rolls real quick, though, just to see,
What kind of roles? History?
Survival.
Survival. Okay.
Or history, or investigation. I would say survival would get you there fastest.
Okay. I know Steve's gonna make fun of me, but I have to ask, does this proc advantage?
Pound saying.
Hold on, can I... Nope, there's no gun in here. So, yeah, no, it doesn't.
And that one.
Oh, wow. You guys get a chance to really see everything that the Overlook has to offer. The food, the pageantry, the decor, all of the stuff that they are doing for Long Shadows is out, and in the public eye, there are fireworks and things like that going on, and it's beautiful. You're walking around for about an hour, and then you finally find it.
God, I swear this box of conveniently placed crates wasn't here blocking this road the last time I was here.
I
I'm sorry,
suppose
but
we'll
we're gonna have
go
to
around
find
it
a way
and find
around.
another road.
Yeah, you guys walk by this place that's called the Stumbling Tiger Inn.
The tiger stumbling in.
Yeah. You didn't notice that place before, Zazie. It's strange, but it's the same place that's on the pack of matches. But you guys make your way into the creepy, large, multi-leveled library, as they all are, and find the guy waiting for you.
Excellent. So, like, as they're about to go in, she just stops and takes a deep breath, really steels herself, gathers herself, and then goes in. And she's like navigating the library, but also leading Kavanen around to find the guy, and she finds the guy.
Yeah, you make your way down to the bottom well of the chamber, with the rugs and the tables and the seats that are made out of pillow cushions, and he stares up at you blindly as you guys make your way down into his alcove, his reading alcove. Zazie,
Hello?
you have made it back. It is good to see you again.
Yes, I brought one of my friends, like you said.
I was about to say, I see you have brought a friend with you this time. He reaches his hand out to you.
Hello. Oh, hello. I am Kovanen Oddwest Irogare.
He reaches a hand out to take your hand.
Yeah, I take his hand.
As you reach to shake his hand, he turns his hand flat so that it is parallel to the ground with your palm facing down, and then he slowly reaches his other hand out across your hand and grasps it between both of his hands.
I'll do my best to follow his lead, match the vibe with that gesture. Not sure what he means or what he's doing, but
You feel a familiar tingling in your mind. Almost like a knocking at the door of your mind.
like something the
Kind of like you've
old
noticed-
gentleman from the Allface,
Similar,
perhaps?
but more similar to Gutera.
I see. Okay.
But yes, also similar to him. But in this case, it's more psychic.
I try to think positive thoughts.
You feel the sensation of his will asking you to invite it in.
Give a quick nervous glance at Zazie. See if she's see quickly if she seems to recognize this little exchange.
Does she? I
Um,
imagine there wouldn't be many physical telltale signs because this is all happening psychically.
Yeah, it's
but
all happening in a
I
second.
could be wrong.
And he didn't do this with you. So roll insight.
Come on, don't fail.
But
13.
hopefully it's better than your survival. This will proc your advantage.
I don't have advantage on insight.
Well, too bad. You can tell that they're having a. This moment is drawn out longer than you feel like it should be. But that's all you're able to detect. Kovanen, what's your response to this? It's not an invasion. You felt this before from Katera, and it was invasive. You had to resist it. This is more
Right.
of a cordial, someone knocking on your door, asking to come inside to speak with you for a moment.
I see. He'll think something along the lines of, well, I'm certain she's worth it, and invites him in.
Okay, Kovanen, you are sitting in a chair at a wrought iron table, on a wrought iron chair in the glade. You look across the table and you see the older gentleman with what were previously milky, glassy eyes staring at you with bright blue, crisp, perfect eyes. And he's holding your hand over the table.
Of course, Kovanen opens his eyes with a bit of a start, as if he's awoken in a new place, because he just did. I would say the not panic but surprise passes quickly when he realizes, curiously, that he's in a place that he thought was a safe place, and then looks around for a brief moment, then gives that curious look to this man across the table.
He takes his hand off the top of your hand and slides both of his hands back, gently folding them over one another and into each other and laying them in his lap. He begins to look around. This is a nice place you have here, Kovanen. Where am I?
You know, it's sort of hard to say.
It feels
Not Eberron.
very much not so. It feels familiar, like a dream, kind of. No.
Probably a good way to say it for now.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me, but we're here to talk about young Zazie.
Of course.
Are you aware that she is trying to decipher a very dangerous book?
Oh, quite. This is not her first attempt.
Are you aware that her associate, Kitera, is being touched by something dark?
If
And-
I'm to understand Zazie's understanding correctly, then perhaps?
And Zazie is similar but different. Anyway, I guess we are here to discuss this. I wanted to get the insight from someone close to her. Would you say that you're
Oh.
close to her?
I believe so, yes.
I hope this isn't an uncomfortable conversation for you, Kovanen. Is it?
Not yet.
Well, with your permission, I'd like to proceed with the formalities.
Yes, please do. I'm here to support her in this endeavor, after all, so...
Good. This will only take a couple of minutes, and From what I can tell from where we are, it should be over there only a couple of seconds. The purpose of this meeting is for us to talk about young Zazie and if she's capable and of sound mind to be reading the books that she's trying to get her hands on, which are very dangerous. If you know that Zazie was trying to open up an arcane book that had the possibilities of causing unforeseen world-ending circumstances, would you condone such activities? And he looks at your eyes and gives you a very, deep look.
So he said the book had possibilities of causing or bringing about world-ending events.
Yeah.
If
essentially.
read.
He said activities, but
Hmm.
the distinction is close enough.
That would be a very difficult question for somebody who hadn't been very close to, I think, multiple nearly world-ending activities at this point, so I'm honestly not that uncomfortable with it.
Convince me.
Convince you that I am comfortable with her attempts?
No, I can clearly see that you're comfortable. I can see from where we are that you are someone who's very old and different. I can't say if I trust you exactly, but I can say that, I can say that you are a being beyond my means. So simply convince me that you think Zazie is capable of handling this information without destroying all of us. It's very simple. I'm an old man. I don't think I'm nearly as old as you are. Convince me.
Well, she has accepted a great deal of responsibility as of late and faced a lot of her own rather troubling personal challenges that in themselves could have ended a great deal of parts of the world. I'm really fuzzy on a lot of the details. It's been a long time since some of these things have happened.
He just nods.
But if I've come to understand at least anything about her as of late, is that she is more willing than ever to not back down from them. She is certainly aware of the dangers some of these challenges pose, not only for her, but for, well, just about everything. Sleepers of this and that, and shadows, and you probably know the details, I'm not sure, but I'd summarize. She's very strong-willed now, more than ever.
Clearly.
Very sure of herself. I am very sure of her abilities and her good intentions. I've never had any doubt about her intentions, though. Please as much worth in intentions as you will. He gives kind of like a shrug of like, doesn't know how else to word it, and then silent.
So what, I guess what is the main mood that's coming through with this? What's the subtext of what you're trying to say?
Yeah, good question. Mostly, like, if I had to trust somebody with it, it might as well be her.
So he reaches down next to him and he pulls up onto the table a water skin. And he takes a drink out of it. Places a hand below his chin and kind of just holds the water skin in his other hand. Takes another sip. Thinks. Roll charisma.
Dang, I can't even add anything to it. All right, okay. Fingers over the button.
No, you're gonna be able to add something to it, but this is just something else.
Nice.
What the fuck?
Hell yeah.
Natural 20 for a total of 24.
Okay.
And those green numbers are so beautiful.
Now, now you can roll persuasion or whatever else. I'm assuming that was persuasion.
I may now roll persuasion.
Yeah, that was that was literally just. There's an exchanging of wills going on outside of the normal persuasion. You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah, okay. I feel like something similar to this happened when Guanan was on the stand, but I was really bad at saying what Guanan meant.
That's fine. You did fine. I was just making
Anyway.
sure I got to the beef and the
Hey,
potatoes.
persuasion roll.
Oh wow, it's even higher.
A total of 25.
Oh, because it's plus 12.
I mean, but
okay.
the dice roll was even lower.
Yeah. Of course it was, because you have plus
I'm-
12.
I can't say I, of course, fully understand the implications of what you're getting at, but I know that I will support her at every turn as best I can. And I have little, and I highly doubt she's going to let anybody down.
So he picks up the water skin and puts the cork in it, and he moves his hand across the table to set it down. And as he does, it begins to dissolve into the ether. Then he reaches down next to him, and he picks up a book, and he sets it on the table, and he passes it to you. Kovanen, this is going to be your responsibility. This is Nagatic manuscripts. This is what Zazie wants. She has given me the ink. I have made transcriptions. This is yours.
He just looks down at the book for a few heartbeats.
It is evil. Plain and simple.
Evil. I see.
I'm pleased that
Well.
you have come. I would have preferred to have somebody a bit less neutral to give the book to. Somebody a bit more on the good side of things. But you'll have to do.
I'll have to do, I guess. And raises his hands to pick up the book.
Roll your spellcasting modifier.
18.
So as you pick up the book, you feel a resonance pass through your hand and press against your will. You're easily able to press it down. You feel it's almost impotent against you know your readiness to hold it. But it's a constant resonance in your hand as you're holding it. Omnasium, a constant sense of ominousness pervades you as you hold the book.
Yeah, it's like one really good like spine shudder, and then like it doesn't quite go away. Well, can I? Should I? I'm going to put it down. I put it down. I would assume that I should not let this fall into the wrong hands.
He just kind of looks at you. Looks around a bit.
Though to be honest, this might be a pretty safe place for it.
This is not a safe place.
Okay.
It is too close to ethereal. Something could come and get it.
Too close to the ethereal.
He just nods.
Brian thinks back to that.
Go ahead.
He thinks back to that weird moment where someone was like running towards the glade or something like that. Was that Lucian? Did
told
we?
you about that. He
Then
did.
he told me that's why,
Mhm.
and that was him. He's like,
Mhm.
"Must be serious."
Listen, you have to keep it on in your hands. Somebody has to hold it. I can see you're a good man. You are not exactly the kind of good. Somebody virtue and law. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's time for us to go.
Very well. Take my hand.
He
Or
reaches
offer my
out.
hand.
Holding his hand out, palm up.
And after just a moment, I'll attempt to leave the glade the way I always do, just thinking about it.
Okay, so you guys pass back into the world of the living, and the table is sitting between you, and the book is on the table. And just so everybody knows, what I was saying before was that Lucian did tell Kovanen what happened with the time in the glade where Lucian was in the ethereal and he was trying to pass between the realms into Kovanen's realm, and he came very close to coming through, but as soon as he was about to, he got like ripped back by some extra-dimensional, interdimensional shambler. So I don't know. For anybody who might have thought that I said Lucian instead of Kovanen, that's why I was saying Lucian. Just not saying any names. So Zazie, you see the two of them, their hands part. It was kind of weird. Their hands were like holding each other's hands for like a long period of time. They let go. You know, you saw the old guy, he like had a drink of his water skin, and then he brought this book and he set it onto the table, and him and Kovanen just stared at each other. And then they held hands again for another second. And then now.
Wow. I don't think anyone else has ever been in there.
Are you okay?
Oh, yes.
I'll just gently, like, touch his back a little bit, and boom, we're linked. Mind link. Um, what happened? You okay? Really? I'm
Yes,
like
yes,
saying
we
this
just need some-
psychically.
Oh yeah, okay. Yes, we were fine. We were just, well, speaking. Somehow I managed to fight him into the key.
Okay, you were gone for a while. Not a long while, just a few seconds, but it was enough to be worrying.
Oh, right. Yes, I didn't know that was going to happen, to be honest. It probably looked a little bit odd from up here. Anyway, I then I like look at the table, look at the book, still silently speaking. I'm like, well, here it is.
That's the book? And she's saying this out loud this time.
Responding out loud. So it would seem.
He nods.
So I can just read it?
He looks at Kavanen, nods.
So of course, Zazie, you already know this, but I need to say it. It's going to be probably going to be a very troubling experience again.
I know.
I know you can handle it, but I just
That's
want to make sure.
kind of why I wanted you here.
You have good choice for friends. He's smart man.
Oh, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So, do I just start now?
You should
There's
go-
been this, like, whole build up to it. I don't even know where to start anymore.
You should begin somewhere where it is consecrated.
Like, here, I assume?
Different consecration.
What kind of consecration?
Here
How
is
do I do that?
consecrated against the Alcor and certain other nuisances from. You should go somewhere that is consecrated against whatever it is that your friend goes.
What?
He looks at Kavanen and nods. Whatever that place is. It feels like that.
The
The Dreamlands?
Dreamlands?
Similar. Different but similar. Closer than Deal Core is, but this is not my expertise.
Hmm.
It's
I
beard.
know there are more than one dream places. Places? Dream. Oh, what was it? Well, I know who to ask.
His like milky white eyes are like squinting at you. You do realize that the place that you're going is not Deal Core, no?
Well, there's Delcor, there's the Dreamlands, and wherever I go when I sleep.
It's
Is-
definitely not where you're going when you sleep, young lady. It is
Okay.
definitely not Deal Core, but it is like similar to his place, the Dreamlands, as you call them. Terrible name, but yes.
I'm searching my notes for the word dream, and they're all dreamlands. There's something else, damn it.
The Alcor is the world of dreams, and the dreamlands, as you call them, are something else. Connected. Different.
DM,
Plane of Dreams? That's what the
Yes.
Quarry are?
Yes, that's correct. The plane of dreams is the Alcora, where the place that you're going is different. Connected, but different.
DM, Ash is having a hard time putting this together. Zazie might not. Is there some role I can make that would make all these pieces go together? I feel it's just on the cusp, but connections are there, but I'm not making them.
I know we've had a conversation with I think the lady at least once where she was telling us about all these different damn dream worlds. The world of dreams? There's a world of dreams.
So, Kovanen would know
Yes.
that, and this is for everybody. You guys all get this inside intel now. I'm just gonna say it. Kovanen, and this is like a year back. So you know that when the morning happened, Kovanen, that is when the Dreamlands came into existence, and that was an event that occurred where what is it called? I can't remember what it's called, but it's the spire. It was the Fey Spire of the dreams, and when it occurred, it was displaced from the cosmological orbit of Eberron, and it was no longer connected. When this happened, that is when the Dreamlands began to exist, and it was a construct that was created around the like Eladrin Dream Spire that existed somewhere between the Fae and Dalcor. This construct was like a scab that was made by the lady around this. I'll have to actually look up what it's called. A scab that was created around it. Now, this was only like 30 years ago in game time, but because a day, what's it a day? I don't know. Anyway, I think an hour is a week or something fucking crazy like that. Anyway, we'd have to look at the time, but it's been over 1,000 years that the Dreamlands have existed on the Dreamland side. So a lot of shit has happened since then. Anyway, you know that.
Right. Yes.
It's connected. It is essentially floating above the Dreamlands in orbit as an interstice connecting Dalcor to the plane of dreams to the plane of the Fae.
Okay, and we're
And you're back.
supposed to find somewhere like that, but not that.
Consecrated against.
What he's saying is
Consecrated
a
against.
place that's consecrated against where Kovanen is from.
So the opposite of the Dreamlands, basically.
The opposite of Dreamlands. That's a good way of putting it, sure.
But not where Zazie goes when she sleeps.
He didn't say that it wasn't that. He said,
I asked.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I literally
I'm sorry,
asked.
I'm sorry. When you go, we'll come back to that. But it's not that. It's not that same place. He was saying it's not there.
Okay.
But the way you asked that question made me think, oh, is that place consecrated against Dalcor? And it actually is consecrated against Dalcor. So, you would know that the quarry can't go there.
Okay.
But you don't know if that means that the Dreamlands things can't go there. There's more details here that you need to know.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking right. Not that I would remember them or be able to understand.
Where's Daisy when you need her?
Good question.
I did say just a moment ago, someone I could probably ask.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. back into character, back into all of this.
Big lore dump, and we're back.
Well, then, I guess we just gotta go find it.
I suppose it will be as simple as that. Not as easy as that, but as simple as that. Go find it.
Simple,
Or make it?
perhaps you can make it. Correct, you can make it.
Right, right. I know at least a couple of people that might be able to advise.
If you have a council that can advise you on how to keep out the extra dimensional entities of all sorts, that would suffice.
Well,
I think we know someone who's sort of good at that. Should be? I don't know.
I'd hope we do. I'd hope she knows that stuff.
Sort
Anyways.
of their thing.
Before we go talk to these people that we know, is there anything else we should know? Any more cryptic clues you can give us?
I can give you one obvious one. We have an agreement, so I can give it to you, but I still advise you against it.
Mm-hmm.
Who else might be looking for this?
He looks at you, Kovanen. He looks back at Zazie. He looks at Kovanen again, and Kovanen, make a whiz save.
Okay. There it is. There it is.
Kovanen, when he looks at you this time, his like milky white gaze, you see his eyes bleed into the bright blue that they were when you saw him inside of your vessel, and you get slammed with this overwhelming power of his psychic presence in your mind. You fall down to one knee as you try to brace yourself and stay conscious. In that moment, you see yourself. Your skin is cast in shadow. Your eyes are bright, glowing green yellow. Your hair is pulled back in a tight ponytail, and it's like you're wearing. It's like your clothes are cast in shadow. You're just this dark, resonating version of yourself, and your features are wrong.
If he's able to snap out of it,
On in!
squinting one eye really hard. Yeah, that's sort of what I was going to bring to mind.
Are you okay? She drops down on her own knees next to him. What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, let me sit down. Yes, it was, he, brought forth a memory.
It's
So-
very troubling. I did not know yet. You see him bite his bottom lip for a minute. He's missing a couple of teeth.
What do you know of who that is? I hadn't thought about him in
I was
years.
going to ask you the same question.
I don't know. I never got the chance for him to introduce myself. He made off with some text. Lily, do you remember the temple in the Dreamlands back before it was,
Yes.
destroyed? Partially, parts of it, just little parts of it. Not a big deal. The me that we saw there stealing the book. Then he was
Yes.
whisked away in a tornado or hurricane that hit us. What was he stealing?
Well, we had kept the
Which one was that?
we had kept the manuscript safe, which is what we have now. He took the other two, which were something. I don't remember.
So he didn't get this, then.
No.
He just nods. Then be very careful with it, please.
I mean, you just brought that forth, that memory of that, whoever that was. Is that something you've already known about? Or did you just pull something that I already knew about, but...
We're connected. You let me in, we are connected. We had a moment, I was just recalling your memories. I apologize.
see. Right, well,
He's kind of looking
if I
down.
didn't take that figure... See,
He looks embarrassed.
if I didn't take that shadowy me seriously before, I suppose I certainly will now.
It is
I
not
admit
you,
I had
it is,
forgotten about having this.
Yes. Sorry for interrupting you, Kovanen, but this is troubling news, but it is not you. Do not feel responsible. It is, He looks at Zazie. Zazie, make a willpower save.
I do have advantage on this. 13.
You see him kind of look into your eyes for a moment. It is nothing. We are not connected.
What?
It is nothing. Just be very careful.
You. What?
Promise me you'll take care
She
of the book.
just has this absolutely flabbergasted look on her face.
He looks away for a minute. Kind of like looks around. Takes a deep breath. It's time for you to go.
Okay,
He's not making eye contact with either of you.
thank you.
Do not
Fine,
come back,
well.
please.
Oh, not this again. Right, well, not sure what I... Alright, fine. I'm gonna pick up the book. Pick up the book and, dash it away.
Offer my bag of holding.
I'm gonna... You know I have the bag?
Yes.
I'll take the bag
Take
of
off the
holding and then
bag.
I'll, like, open the flap of the bag and then look at him as I'm about to put it in the bag of holding.
He just nods his head.
Okay.
Keep an eye on it. Listen, I have not given you my name. Do not tell this story to anyone, especially Gatera.
Oh, that's another thing. Yatera, is she... Oh, of course she's dangerous, but dangerous to us? To Zazie?
Kovanen, make another save. Make another wisdom save. You get blasted again.
When you see the numbers.
Not nearly as hard. You don't fall down to a knee.
What memory is it this time?
God, move on in.
The tooth,
Just tries to catch him a little bit.
the smile. You see a moment of each of them smiling, and the teeth like lining up, and the two images like falling over one on top of each other in the identical pattern of teeth.
Okay. Yep. I was just putting it right out of there for me. I see it now. I get it.
Let,
Did you know?
let's get you out of here.
I look up at him with like one eye closed a little bit. And you're like, did you know that she wasn't? I don't know. I'm getting up to walk away too.
Your brother's everywhere, Kovanen. Be careful. They're watching you.
Of course they would be. Right. I will start heading out with Zazie.
Yeah, she's following close behind, making sure he won't fucking collapse again.
All right, cool. You guys are making your way back. Rose and Lucian, what are you guys up to?
Yep. Waking up, morning exercises. What
Horny
time of morning is
exercises.
it?
What are horny? What the hell is a horny-
Morning!
What? It sounded like horny again.
Morning! Morning. If you are that
Oh, okay.
freaking deaf, I can't help you.
Man, I need to get my ears checked. Okay, sorry. Morning exercises. I love morning exercises. They're great. All right, cool. What do they entail?
She's found it.
Speechless.
It's her normal morning kata. You've never asked me this before.
The kata. Okay. What about you, Lucian? What are you doing in the morning?
Stretching and and listening to Zamra brush her hair.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's a good morning. So, yeah, you guys wake up. There's a some light breakfast, some things waiting for you as you guys come out. It's late. You guys are up super late.
Yeah. What a night.
It definitely went well, better than than I thought it would.
Yeah. Did we get a straight answer out of Erica regarding her talking to Osric? Is she at least putting that no onto paper?
You know what? I'm still kind of confused about that.
Lucian, roll history with disadvantage.
That's gonna be a 12.
Nice. Not bad. So, you remember when you came downstairs, you saw your mom's pictures, paintings, and some sculptures that looked familiar. You talked to your wife. You talked to Rose. You guys were invited into the next room that was behind the staircase. It was kind of like a conference room. Rebecca came... not Rebecca, what the fuck? Erica came down not too long after, and some of the other people from the office that were working upstairs came down. Some music was played, and you guys had plenty of drinks, and you talked about stuff, and you and Erica basically got into a shot-for-shot contest of doing really expensive brandy, and you don't remember exactly what she agreed to, but you know that she said okay.
Well, I don't remember exactly what she agreed to, but she definitely said okay.
I suppose that I have to work. Can't thank you both enough, honestly.
Hey, Zazie
Right.
and Kovanen, are you guys there?
Yes.
I am here.
All right, cool. Zazie, you can start off by reading the text channel. Kovanen.
Hmm?
You can wait. All right, so the two of you guys...
Which text channel?
The main one.
Oh, I did not see that.
Okay, so the two of you guys spend a little bit of time just kind of hanging out. Um, and you notice that Kovanen and Zazie are gone. And Zamra comes out not too long later, after she's done combing her hair, because she's been up for a while. She doesn't have the baby. She pops her head out. Lucian,
Yes.
Rose, is it just you out there?
Yeah.
She comes out. She's wearing a gown. Like a nightgown. She sits down on the couch. Like a dude. When she sits down as like a dude, she like mansplays. She like rests
Rose
whenever.
passes her.
Yeah.
Rose passes her a cup of tea. She looks like she needs it.
She just like reaches a hand out and takes it. Thank you, Rose. As she takes the tea, you can see her whole body posture changes. Her shoulders go back. She crosses her legs. A pinky goes out. She becomes proper Zamra.
Slight snicker.
So, the two of you had fun last night.
Yes.
Good.
There were some. I love you dearly. You're going to have to specify which two. I know Lucian is one of them, but if you're talking about me and Lucian,
There's two of us in the room other than myself. And you are the other one. So, when I say
don't know
the
if
two
you'd call
of
it
you,
fun.
I think, 1, 2. Yes. I'm just saying, you seemed to have a great time last night, so I was just checking in.
kind of sitting in a corner, looking stiff. I don't. If that's your idea of fun, that explains a lot. Gently teasing.
So,
Nah.
you hear the door open.
Rose goes to investigate.
Alright, so the door opens and you see Zazie and Al walk in.
Zazie does not look very happy with this, but she's dealing with it.
Al looks like pleased with himself, like a shit-eating grin on his face.
That's
Walks
not an
in and just, like,
unexpected look
waves.
for Al.
Walks in and just waves at everyone. Oh, hey everyone. Just walking around town with Zazie.
When the hell did you get in from Fairhaven and you could have sent what?
Rose, roll
Walks
insight.
in.
Zazie, are you
Yeah.
okay?
With
Roll
the-
my insight.
Rose, roll
I'm rolling a
insight.
freaking d20.
Kovanen, roll deception,
Amazed.
please.
Anytime
With
like
advantage.
Rose asks if Zazie's okay, and she just starts rubbing the bridge of her
Oh,
nose,
God.
like she's
Am I
got a
rolling
headache.
advantage too, or is
Let's
Kovanen
just see what
rolling
you
advantage?
roll, because it probably won't matter.
Okay, 15 plus her insight of 4. That's a 19. Still does not beat Kovanen's deception.
Yeah,
Rose
you
looks
totally
very
believe it's Al. You're like,
confused.
what the fuck is going on here? Where's Kovanen?
You're-
Yeah, I heard they had a heck of a library at the Moorgrave, and had to go check it out. I heard it had some crazy events over there lately.
How-
Can you read yet?
Pretty
Like Zazie like doubles over laughing.
Rose will pick up the nearest pillow and throw it at Al.
He dodges deftly because Kavanen is much more dexterous than
Then Al.
clumsy old Al who can't dance, and we'll change it back into Kavanen. Right. Well, errands are done for the day, and
Well, So, everything went well, I hope?
More or less.
Yes, yeah, suppose it did.
I
So
suppose...
Hmm?
Go ahead.
I was going to ask you a question.
Alright, well,
And
ask
then-
away.
It would change the subject onto what you were doing and how that went.
Apparently business people like to get drunk.
Oh, were you? Oh, okay. All right. Well, was it fun at least?
I guess. I mean, I'm intact. I'm alive. I don't have any mysterious bumps or bruises. I think I just stood there stiffly, letting everybody laugh it out. You know, played up the muscle.
Lucien, were you able to speak with your cousin?
Yes, actually. It, like I said, went a lot better than I thought it would. And she is willing to assist and talk to Osric, and will hopefully get us closer to getting Lucky out of there.
I
Oh, well,
appreciate.
wonderful.
I'm gonna be honest. I appreciate her doing that, and I'm hoping Osric lives up to his word. Still want to find that bastard. And if only so I can wring his freaking neck.
Well, you would do well to not wring his neck before Lucky.
I don't. Weird feeling about Osric lately.
Was it the
Hard to-
teeth thing?
It was the tooth, the teeth thing. Yeah, it was that.
Teeth thing?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
maybe
Hold
one
on.
of you can tell me.
Hold on. And she goes, she like holds up a finger, pauses the conversation, and goes to go check if Katara's home.
Oh, right.
Except the DM is gone. So
No,
I
I'm
will
right
assume
here.
that Katara is Katara home, Mr. DM.
You gotta check.
I am. I'm going to go check.
Well, explain it to me. I want to know if Katara's home. I don't know. What do
Okay.
you think?
I
She's
don't
your
know.
NPC.
I'm going to go and knock on the door to her room.
Oh, well, there we go. Are you doing that right now?
Yes.
He's not very bright. You gotta spell it out for him.
No, I just want some description of what's going on instead of just being like, I'm at
I
a place
know.
and then things happen and then we're there. Okay, did it happen? I don't fucking know. You knocked on the door. Thank you. Nothing.
I wait a little bit and knock again.
Nothing.
Okay. I'm going to run back to the group. Drop back to the group. Okay. I
Hold
don't
on.
think she's here.
Hold on. Last time you did this, she was like lounging around in the room.
I'm not opening the door again.
Completely. I'm just saying, she could still be there.
He's right. She didn't answer the door last time, and we had to do it ourselves.
That's true.
I'm not gonna do it.
Alright, I'm
Do you guys
going
want to go for a walk?
That's probably just the better option. Let's just go for a walk.
Hello?
What
Hello?
is that?
Front door.
DM, I attempt to listen to see where that's coming from.
The front door. Thank you,
Oh,
Kovanen,
right.
for the description.
I'll get up and I'll go walk into
Hello?
I was saying Rose is gonna get up and get to the door, but the microphone is muted, so I'll let Kovanen do that.
Yeah, go ahead, Kovanen.
I open the door. Nope, I peek through the eye hole first,
You don't see
assuming it
anything.
has one.
But as you're peeking out the eye hole, you hear the door knock again.
Oh, yes, of course. I open the door and I look down.
It's Rebecca. As soon as you open the door, she like puts her hand in like your solar plexus and presses you up against the wall and slams the door behind her.
Well, not even a dinner date first.
Haha, very funny.
What can we do for you?
Wow.
And welcome. We're happy to see you. Please come in.
I'm happy to see you too, Kovanen. We need to talk. Is it? Are we private enough? She says, she like has her hand against your chest and like then presses you against the wall a little bit harder and then walks on past you in the other room. Hi.
I guess. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Sorry. I tried to catch up with you guys yesterday, but I know you had a bunch of stuff going on, so I couldn't. But I'm here now.
And we couldn't be happier.
Oh, you've seen it.
It's
Always a
good to
pleasure
see you too.
And Rose, you too.
I mean, everything okay?
Yeah. I mean, everything's fine, but. Whew. She has her messenger bag on, and she opens up the flap. She sets it down on the coffee table and starts pulling way too many notebooks out of it. More than they could ever fit in there. Of all different sizes and bindings. Until she gets to one.
Rebecca, just a moment, please. And I will. Come on, I will walk back over towards where Guitar's door is and say casually but loudly while standing near the door, "Well, it's a good thing we destroyed those manuscripts. They sure were troublesome."
Zazie just puts her face in her hands, shaking her head.
Roll performance, Kovanen.
22.
Not bad. Okay.
Any commotion or reaction specifically from Guitar's room?
No, but you hear the tapping of Rebecca's little shoes, and she walks around the corner and she's putting both her hands on her hips looking at you. What?
She sees Kovanen focusing on Guitar's door.
What are you
All
doing?
right. I was making sure we were as private as could be. All right, what do you have for us?
She
Good
looks
luck.
at the door and she looks at you. She just points at the door.
I'm waiting on you now.
No, what?
I walk past her.
She walks over to the door and looks back at you and just kind of like throws her hands out.
I mimic the gesture.
She just shakes her head at you and kind of like, puts her hands like over her face, like double face palm. She turns around.
That's 3.
Did you just knock on Guitara's door? Okay, I'm gonna go hide for a minute.
We tried that one, Rebecca. We did that idea.
Did you try this? She's reaching up to the door handle.
Okay, Zazie is really gonna go hide. She's ducking behind one of the couches.
Let her learn. Let her
You're the only
learn.
one that can see. She opens the door and she kind of like pulls it tight so that when she opens it doesn't make any sound.
Mm-hmm.
And she opens it and then flings it wide open.
Rose is just sitting in the seat, just kind of covering her face. Like,
Sitting
Cap
there
with
with
the card
hands
face
on
palm.
hips, like waiting to watch her. Just in case I get to watch her like learn a lesson, but I do flinch a little bit, and she throws the door open.
Yeah, it's just A messy, messy room with no one in it.
Whew, well, alright. That went better than I had feared, so make sure you close that, and let's get to work.
Oh, I am gonna get to
okay.
work. She walks into the room.
She walks into Katara's room.
Well,
She
she's a
looks
grown
around.
woman.
Messy. And shuts the door behind her and walks back into the room that you guys are in.
Rose is frowning when she hears messy. I mean, messy as in just a woman who doesn't tidy up after spending the night, or
Did you?
messy
Are
as in
you
it looks like
asking
it's
this,
been
or?
taught. Yeah, I'm asking this to
Yeah. just
Rebecca.
Stuff's everywhere. It's messy.
Hold on. Selzy pops up from behind the couch. That isn't like Katara. Rebecca, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is this stuff?
What stuff?
Whatever
The stuff
you're
that
here
you want to
for.
talk about.
Define important.
I mean, it
Number
had you
1,
up nuts.
inconsequential. Number 10, if we don't address this now, the entire world will explode.
What's a 5?
Okay, this is... Mm,
Okay, you said there was like some real evil shit going on in Dura, and it was the center of everything.
Right. Yeah, I think it's probably like a 6.
okay,
Right.
then
Heavens.
let's hear you out first.
Yeah, out with it.
All right. So, well, I don't really know what it is. There's something going on down there, and there's, well, this is gonna sound so cliche, but people are disappearing.
Again?
It's
Yeah,
not the
I
first
know,
time.
yeah. People are disappearing, and
Let me guess. The house is.
no. It's just normal people.
Oh, all right. Then why do we care? I'm joking. Go ahead.
You're gonna care because where it is.
Oh,
Is it near a Lulu's saloon?
It is.
Yeah, we
go there.
know Cyrus McQueen's related, if not the center of it.
Hold on. You've got to catch me up on this. What is going on?
Long story short, went to talk to Cyrus McQueen yesterday. Something, or himself even, is evil enough to, make me throw up. Shit happened. We got out of it. Moving on. Cyrus McQueen's bad news. Been told so many times to so many people. I believe it.
And who is Cyrus McQueen?
We were following some of the clues left behind in Lucky's case that we had opened up.
Okay. Okay.
He's a creepy guy who sells creepy, unique whatevers.
Creepy and unique artifacts from Shadow
Artifacts.
Marches.
A word.
Yeah, best
I
word
understand
can
now.
come up with.
Yeah, and a lot of people in that district have been missing. And anytime it seems to lead back to them, something happens to that person. Maybe they get arrested, maybe they fall off the back of a sky coach. Bad stuff happens in Dura.
So we've heard.
Well, this seems like bad things.
The
that
Overlook's
happen.
in Dura.
Yeah, well, it's really not. It's like halfway between Dura. Well, it's not in the lower levels of Dura. I mean, Dura, yeah.
Okay.
I guess it's technically in Dura, but this is lower Dura. And
Okay, I see.
yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I think it's something we need to take a look at. But I understand from what I've heard that you guys have been encouraged not to go there. So, I don't know.
Rather plainly, Yes, yes. Discouraged makes it seem a little bit indirect, but we were literally advised not to by Captain Osric
Mm-hmm.
in his office after our arrest.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to our
You guys
release-
were arrested?
we were released almost immediately. It's fine.
Okay. Why didn't you tell me?
I feel like we did,
thought we-
but
I thought
no, we did.
but
We definitely did, actually.
I think you might have been a little bit more distracted about what you need to get done.
Yes, because
Really, okay.
everything's all about you, all the time. Just joking. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
What is this on Yulia's token?
The
It's
egg,
an egg. It's
That's
an
not
egg.
an
which
egg.
Rose has picked.
That's a weird face.
It is if you
It-
zoom out.
It
Look
looks
at-
like an
zoom
egg to
in.
me. I can't see it that well. I have my map zoomed
Oh
out.
God.
Yeah, just
But
zoom
Rose
in
does
one
have the
other.
egg currently.
He baited you into saying that. He baited you into saying egg.
I didn't know it was an egg. It
He
doesn't look like
did.
an egg. It looks like a face that's crying.
I don't know about your screen, but it looks like an egg on my.
When you zoom in, it's a face crying.
Okay. Anyway.
But
Yeah.
you-
Then put me off
The-
an egg,
egg's
but the egg
never
is
gonna
now in
hatch, it's
Rose.
fine.
So
Okay. All right. So, Rebecca seems disturbed by all this information. She flips through the different books that she has out until she finds the correct notebook and then starts reading out of it. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Yay!
Wait, like, was she reading out loud, like, or to herself?
She is reading out loud. Well, she's about to. Starting next session. Anyway, everybody say bye to all the people on the internet that were listening to the show tonight.
Bye to all the
Bye
people
to
who
all
are
the
on the show
people
tonight.
on the
internet
on
who
the
are
internet
listening